Welcome guys, welcome. We're going to be playing some more Galactic Civilizations 4. It's been a few months actually since I've actually played the game, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it. But the big thing is we're going to be looking at the Megastructures additions that will come into it, which are a sort of more mid-late game rather than early game. I had everything set up ready to go, but I just noticed that it's still saying Warlords there, and of course I've got an early version of the actual DLC, so I'm thinking that must be the reason. I had to bounce out. I was like 10 minutes early, and I was just sitting there thinking, okay, I've got everything ready to go, and then I suddenly thought, oh, that probably should say Megastructures, but so I did actually want to just go and double check that the DLC was loaded in, which it is. So I wanted to thank Stardock for sponsoring this live stream, and if you are wanting to pick up the base game or any of the DLC, then there is actually a link in the description below. Also, we'll point out that at the moment with the Steam Autumn sale on, the base game is actually 50% off, and a lot of the other DLC is 20% off. So some good savings there, particularly for the base game. If you don't have the base game, you should really grab it. That is the Supernova version, essentially. Well, it's now all just one big version, so you can't get the... It used to be split between different... It's a bit confusing. Anyway, let's not go there. If you haven't got the game, then if you buy it, you are going to be getting the full game, not the early sort of half-done game. Right, hi Rocklight and Antonio, hope you guys are doing well. What we'll do is, I think I'll start off... I get often a lot of questions about different sorts of Forex games, and so I was, rather than sort of go in too fast, I think I'll spend a bit of time explaining what this game does do so well when you do start off a series or a game. And so I will spend a bit of time just going through how those different sorts of things actually work. Might just turn down my music a little bit, just bear with me. If I just go down into the options, it's funny, I just turned it up a little bit, but it's just a little bit too much. Make it say 35. There we go. Done. Okay, so Megastructures. It adds a lot, as I said, mid-game content to the actual game itself, and does give you a different focus. It's not just things you discover. You actually do go and create a different direction for your civilization. Hi Hugh, how you going? Hugh David. Anyway, let's just go into new game. Now, when we first come in, one of the great things about this game is the ability to build all sorts of different civilizations. And so I'm thinking, actually, I've got to figure out the best place for me to sit with my head. I'll leave it where it is for now, and then we'll just come back through and sort of deal with it if it's in the wrong position. But I think we might actually start by building a new faction, just so that we can sort of just go through that aspect of the game, which it does absolutely excel with. So custom civilization, create a new civilization from scratch. Let's just go and do that one. Every time you load the screens in, it just takes a little bit of time for it to load up. There we are. So we have different sorts of aspects to the generation. This may have changed a little bit since the last time I played it, but I'm not sure if it will have. So we can use the AI or AI enhancement to actually build our civilization. What I'm going to do, have a quick look at the abilities, which will see if there's anything new in here. Just wanted to have a bit of a look to see if there was anything else that would actually be something worth having a bit of a look at, because and I didn't actually prepare this beforehand. We've got this. We've got deceptive +2. We've got likable +1. I'll certainly change these around at some point, and change these so we end up with probably more production, maybe rich, things like this. But we'll have a bit of a look at it. We'd actually now have these civilization abilities are really where this shines. This whole prospect. So Ravenous receives 1,000 credits and 10% approval for 25 months after conquering a planet. So this is, I don't remember seeing Ravenous before. This one may be new. Let's have a quick look through some of these and just sort of see how we go. So artifacts. Just want to see if there's anything that sort of is really focused on Dyson spheres or anything like this. Engineers. Colony and asteroid production decays at half its normal rate. minus 15 supply attribute. That might be worth having a look at. I like to start off with these abilities first and then work backwards and build up whatever else we have to sort of do from there. Hi Chris, how you going? Is this stream going to be available later? It's late in the UK. Yes, it will be. Yes, it's going to be. Essentially, as soon as I finish, it will then just be part of my live streams, and it will be here forever, basically on the channel. Experienced, yeah, we don't need that one so much. Exterminators. I love this aspect of the game. It's so cool. Hive mind, hopeful, inspired, intuitive. I'm just trying to find things that more focus on the energy and the construction, proliferation. This is when a ship is constructed, 2 ships are constructed instead, but all ships have minus 25% hit points. No, I won't worry about that one. Promethean born. Yeah, won't worry about that one. Radiated. No, that's okay. Raiders. Ravenous is the one that we've currently got selected. Receives 1,000 credits and 10% approval for 25 months after conquering a planet. It also grants the ability to consume aliens and spawn new citizens. Allows hatcheries. I don't think I've seen this, but it blocks a lot of different planetary improvements. But allows the hive. It's like a hive group. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm sort of tempted to go that way, to be honest. Resilient. Then we've got resourceful. This one starts with some useful resources. Also allows the auto printer planetary improvement. Allows communications array. Blocks the capital mainframe and blocks the industrial. No, that's okay. Slavers, spores, starfaring. Okay, nothing else. I'm just looking here to see if there's anything that sort of would add to the what we are looking for. Okay, unrelenting, plus 10 control. So planets generate plus 1 more influence per month. So we end up with extra control. Unwavering. Colonies are much harder to flip. Vigilant. Allows, geology tech. So, yeah, so starbases have a large area of effect. Now no, that probably won't really help us much. Really just trying to think of something that's going to help us sort of get across with what we have. War profiteers, warriors, watcher, wealthy. So yeah, I can't see anything that's really sort of designed specifically for the new tech. Maybe we'll go ravenous, just for something a bit different. We'll go ravenous. So we've got xenophobic as well. So plus 150% research, minus 35% influence, and minus 3 to diplomacy. Yeah, actually, let's do this one here. This one we research, but we lose a lot of different things. We end up with sort of these hive type ships and things like this. Allows hatchery, blocks a telescope takeover, executive order, unlocks planetary clairvoyance. So this is really an insectoid run. So we'll go that way. We'll play more insectoids, which means we are going to be very unlikable. That will give me extra points to spend up through here. Deceptive. Modifies your chance to use. Yeah, I'm going to just go back to. I won't be super deceptive. So I think we need to be productive. This gives me 6 points to spend. Yeah, so this will be like we'll build our improvements up that way. It's just there's permutations here. I think that they did some calculations on just how many different permutations you can make, and it was like millions of different types of factions you can sort of create very, very easily. So we've got 4 coming back through. Fast is always a good one. They've still got 2 more points to spend. Rich. Yeah, that's credits. Clever. We've already got a boost to our technology as well. Militant. Decreases your starting control. Okay, explorers, brutal, miners. That one might be a good one. Still got 1 more point left over. Urbanites. Has access to more advanced city building technologies. Don't know if that will actually impact us or not. We end up with 25% population cap. That sort of works for an insectoid type group, I think. So that's sort of so we've got a ravenous xenophobic faction that is productive, super productive, completely unlikable. We're bad liars, so we're not going to be doing much diplomacy anyway. In fact, I could even grab another one through here. I might grab that and just see if there's something else we can grab as well. Brutal. What's that going to give us? Modifies the chance of planetary invasions. Or rich. Yeah, maybe we'll do that one. It doesn't feel right for an insectoid. Brutal does. We'll just go that way. We'll play thematically. All right. So then we've got the different types of home planets that we're likely to then sort of go and have. Chris is saying sounds like xenomorphs, and Bilko's in saying just watch your autumn sale vid. Oh, okay, yeah. It was God, that was hard to make. Like in the end, it was really easy to make, but it was. Like when I started 3 or 4 times trying to figure out which games I should be pushing because there's so many games available at the moment. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let's continue on. We've got the barren worlds. Which way should we go with this? I think just terrestrial. So well balanced with multiple biomes. These are great targets to colonize. Again, I don't think we're going to find anything too much. These rocks in space are still potentially be good targets for colonizing if they're poor. Oceanic, snow. Tropical, mountainous, no, volcanic. Not exactly a pleasant place to live, but often a good colony targets with all the wealth. It's going to make it hard for us if we don't sort of start off with like a terrestrial type planet, I think. Desert, yeah, I'll go terrestrial. Because we will be needing to eat. So Bilko saying, contemplating buying this. This stage that we're doing right now is unbelievably good. Like this is like to set up a faction. They've got so much heart and soul in what actually has happened with this one. We'll go with a terrestrial homeworld planet type. I'll think about a name for this one. We can change them anyway, but let's just go through the map theme. We've got like a greenish map theme, and again, I can sort of chop and change these a little bit. I'll make it the Baratak. This will actually then change the outer borders of the of what we're looking at. So, and it's funny, it's just these little things that make such a big difference to the way the game feels and plays. We'll just go with Baratak. These are playable factions that you can sort of go and grab from within the game itself. But I will go the Baratak style, I think, or maybe a bit darker. Maybe I'll keep it back on Navigator or Slime. I'll go Slime. These, as I say, just to change the interface. Interface themes. So that's the map theme. Interface theme. I'm going to go with. I might keep it even back with them again as well. The Slime, or maybe we'll just go back up to Snathy, which is also sort of. You can see it's just changed to green with that interface. Which I don't mind that. That sort of feels a bit bug-like. Or maybe we'll go with something a bit more neutral. Luxar. Actually, Luxar I don't mind. In fact, that way we might actually change that to Luxar as well, if that's in here. Yeah, we'll make it blue. Make it blue. The music theme. These are, again, various... I might just keep it generic. Unless we go something evil. Go Drengen, maybe. Or Korath clan theme. We'll go that way. Okay, then we have to choose what type of ships we're going to end up having, like with our command ships back and through here as well. And we also have like fleet, the fleet overall feel of them as well. So with how things are sort of then going to be working, and so we'll chop and change these now and then come back to the other style. So we've got a whole lot of different style of ships that are in the actual game itself, and you can make your own as well. We'll have a look at a few of these just to get a bit of a feel. Now, the thing that you're probably really wanting to have a look at would be something that's a bit more like a battleship, just to get a bit of a feel for what actually a large ship will look like. And so if I just go and click on that one, this is sort of how that style of ship would then look if it was Lycian Vanguard, Phalanoid, back and through there. That's seeing style. Always go back to the probe. Just go to frigates or something like this. just to get a bit of a feel. Seeing's not going to be right for us. Contaminant ship style. This is just the ship styles. That's not terrible. Let's have a look at it from a cruiser perspective. That looks fairly bug-like, doesn't it, really? As a cruiser ship. Go to dreadnoughts and things. I like that, actually. I think that'll work out well. Just see if there's anything. Yeah, no, this is expeditionary mission ships. Back and through there again as well. So anyway, I'm going to keep that one. I'll keep them as contaminant style ships. The ship colours, we've got Rebellion there at this stage. It's Babylon-like. And again, if we just go back to a larger ship, large cruiser, it's a bit pale. Ruthless. What else have we got? Zolosi. Actually, don't mind that look of it, with that bit of red on it. Maybe trying to find it reversed would be good. Get something with a bit more red. It's resistance reversed or inverted. Red Death. Bloodstone inverted. That's a bit too much. That's very hard to see. Korath. Korath looks pretty cool, I've got to say. So we can go that way. We can also just go to custom and actually design our own as well. So the primary colour, in fact, if we go maybe with sort of like more of a yellowy sort of colour, secondary we'll go with a darker red. This might be a bit too dark. Maybe I'll keep it back that way. There's a whole range of colours in through here as well. I'll make it a bit duller, the red. So I'll just get the secondary. I might as well just do this. I'll just do it myself. The lights will make them sort of like a yellowy sort of colour, or a white maybe, just something like that. Windows will make it the same as well. Not that we're seeing them on this particular ship. The engines will make them orange. I don't know if we're going to be able to sort of see them. Engine trails. I can then just sort of chop and change these a little bit. If I make them a bit more orange, just by adding the green to the red. All right, that'll then do. So just click on done. So this is now our look. Actually, I might just change that pale colour again. The primary colour. It's going to be too strong, maybe. What else have we got? Wouldn't mind a gold look to it. It's a bit dull. Maybe in there somewhere. I'll leave it gold with the secondary red. I'll go more bright, I think. We'll just do it that way. We'll go with more of a red sort of colour there. Okay, we'll just click on done. So that'll be our ship colours. Then we've also then got the actual the way that the actual ships will then sort of look as well. So the ship style is, you can completely build these from scratch. Got diamond plate. This will then chop and change different sorts of, you can see the texture changing in through there. Scales, blank, lighten, darken, panels, panels 2, panels 3, panels 4, panels 5, simple tiles, navigator rings. The hexes don't look too bad. Actually, I don't mind that. I'll go hexes 2. It's hexes 3 like that. I'll go hexes 2. That looks pretty cool. Secondary, we've got circuits. That's changing it in the red. We've got ridges, pipes. That looks pretty cool, actually. Damaged panels, no. Diamond plates. Blank, lighten, darken panels. Again, we've got the different panels in through there again as well. It may be that the hexes actually end up looking pretty cool there. That's hexes 2. Diamond tiles, crosshatch, armor plates, hex armor. I'll go that way. The primary, now we've got the low reflectivity, no lights. We can then sort of start to put lights on, dim lights, standard lights. So we're starting to now see those lights that we had put on it, which I quite like. It's medium reflectivity, high reflectivity. I'll keep it on bright lights with high reflectivity. That's now changed the metallus of this one, and then the other one is metallic, dim lights. Yeah, so this is bright lights, blown out lights. That's low. Again, we're sort of seeing all these different lights now kicking back in. I quite like, actually that's chrome. No modification, desaturated, metallic desaturated, low reflectivity. Okay, there's so many different ways of doing this, isn't there? Okay, I'll just keep on going. This planet, asteroid, Duranium. So many different ways of looking at this thing. I'll go with the standard lights ultimately. Metallic with dim lights. Yeah, I'll keep it that way, I think. What about the next one up? That looks pretty nasty with all of the yellow lights on it. Let's go that way. So we'll keep it that way. That will be our fleet style. And so go back to abilities again. Now with the commander ships that we actually have, we've got like balanced warships, but we've got other things we can do with these as well. So there's a whole heap of them. We've got monster ships, a selection of ships that have been fused with space monsters. That might be interesting for like a hive mind type thing. We've got conquest ships, formidable star chasers, command ships, fleet ships, crime ships, balanced hero ships, Promethean science ships. I'm just thinking from a theme type thing. World supporting ships, no. Legendary. Let's go to monster ships. So this then gives us a whole group of different sorts of monster ships we can then sort of go and get over time. Again, the game is just so broad in what it can sort of do. I'll call it the DAS Hive. Will be the home world, and the star system name. Actually, this is the actual star system itself. We've got Chrysath in through there. Contains a class 26 terrestrial world and 2 small worlds with good resources. So we can sort of pick up different sorts of things. We've got Venge Prime, 25 desert worlds and 2 small worlds. There's so many different ways of starting this one through here. Sol, Drengir. It's only a class 45. Yeah, that desert world might be the way to do it, I think. Maybe we'll go that way. Again, just to get a Starship Trooper sort of feel to what we're doing. So which one was that? That was Venge Prime. Proxima Centauri is mountainous. It's a single class 25 desert world with 2 small worlds. Let's click on Done. And so this will then become a desert world. So we'll go that way there. So we've got Venge Prime. DAS Hive will be the home world name in a desert environment with what we actually have. We've got all those things done. Now that we've actually sort of done our abilities and fleets, we can now go back to the biology and just sort of start with just making this sort of the backstory and what we look like. So if we just go back into here. Now, a short description. We'll come back. This is the phenotype. We've got humanoids back in through that other side. I will chop and change that one. If we should be able to change that around here somewhere. The cultural focus. This will chop and change a bit anyway, to be honest. What I might do is I'll just sort of have a short description of the Civ in through here. This is going to then go off and be AI generated. Now, if I go and I think the humanoid, I should be able to chop and change that. Yeah, and we'll choose our species. I don't know if we have to choose our species initially. It's just loading in. So we've got Iconians, Paranoid that are still traumatized. Yep, that's okay. They're humanoids. Korath is humanoid. That would probably be something that would be interesting. We've got reptilians. Insectoids there with the navigators. So there's other insectoids. Yeah, maybe we'll go with these as the no, polite and engaging. That's not what we want to be. The humanoids. Oh, there's so much in here. Trandal, easily distracted, always hungry. Yeah, we probably don't really want to be using those so much. This one looks pretty evil. Yeah, this looks good. Paranoid and untrusting species. Their survival instincts are unmatched. Yeah, let's go with that as the way we look at it. So we're insectoid, carbon-based. We'll get more. You can actually create species and things like that as well. So you can sort of do a lot with the game. Whoops. Sorry, it just went out. I just right-clicked when I shouldn't have. Press escape. Okay, so we'll just go back. So now it did say human. I'll just choose our species again because that should have selected it. I haven't done this for a little while. Where are you? Urinrix. Choose species. There we go. So we've got the Urinrix down through there. So we're now insectoids. Totalitarianism is probably going to be the right one, but we'll come back and we'll look at this once we actually generate our actual faction. So we'll go with. I'll just use a few of the words that we've sort of got coming from the ability. So we're looking at a ravenous, xenophobic insectoids. Ravenous. Insectoid hive. Just putting a few words in, and then I can just go and just tell it to go and generate. So if I then just go to generate off to the side here, it will then start to go off. It's now just changed those colors to the colors that we had chosen before. And so it's just writing the fields in. Consume, conquer, control. In depths of space, relentless force stirs. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I won't worry too much about this. So this is a xenovore hive. Yeah, that actually looks good for us. Let me search for a portrait. You have to just go yes. We'll just find an insectoid sort of. So it's now trying to find matching sort of groups that might sort of work. None of those really suit, to be honest. So give me more images, please. Fetching more. It's close. I'll click on that one and just go more images like this. That one there, I think, is the one. It looks pretty good. So we'll just go and pick that one. Click on done, and so that will then be our new portrait, and that should then upload this as well. There we go. So we've now got the actual race in through there. So we've actually now got the description already all done. This is Emperor Chitinous something or other, and we'll just go back into the logos, and we'll just choose one that's going to sort of suit our purposes. That one there just leapt out at me, so we'll just click on that one there. So that's the logo. Insectoid, cultural focus. Nihilism, believes in the... Yeah, that's something we could go with. But I think the totalitarianism, we'll just keep it there. That one works for me. Personality, merciless and expansionist. This is more if the AI then plays as your particular faction. I think we're actually pretty cool here. This actually does look good. So we've just to double check, we've got all of that there. We've got the abilities. Ravenous, xenophobic. Got our different commander ships, the monster ships. And we've done our the style has now gone back, but that's okay. Let's just leave it there. We'll save this civilization. All right, so we'll play as this one, the Xenovore Hive. Sorry, I'm missing a few comments in through here. Just saying I bought Zephon. Kind of reminds me of a sci-fi version of Age of Wonders 4. And Skiddick saying hi, Daz and gang. Hi, Sithel. Case usual saying hi. How's it going? It's going well, thank you. Super Blue saying I'm trying to decide if I should buy this game. Is there any real story in the game? There's different ways of playing it. I actually don't like story, so I tend to not get games that have got stories in them. I actually avoid them. So I like games that actually will generate their own story to a large degree, and this one does a good job of that. So this is our new group back and through here. I can always just go back in and change it, by the way, if I'm unhappy, if I've forgotten to do something. But I'll just leave that one through there. So that's where we are. We'll just go next. So so in essence, it's a yes and no answer to whether it does actually have a story. It doesn't have like it's not like a role play game. You really do start off in a random galaxy and have to then sort of figure out what to do. But there are certain other factions that will or won't work best with other factions as well. So you can play. If I just go back, most of these have been generated. These ones at the top. But I can go to, so I've got the available civilization set to all. So the user civilizations are one that I've created. But if we go to the core civilizations, these are the ones that come with the game, and these do have backstories. So you can actually sort of go and play the backstory type factions that actually have like an existing history with each other from previous games. And so, for example, there'll be things like there'll be certain units certain groups that were enslaved by other groups. Where are we? I'm just trying to see them. The Taurians. These guys here, for example, once slaves of the Drengan Empire. So the Drengan Empire is through here, for example, profoundly evil and warlike civilization. And so these have all got the same way we set up our faction. They've got the same basis. These are slavers. They're unrelenting, totalitarian and humanoids. The Taurians are also, these have got collectivism. They like water worlds, so they're actually sort of like an aquatic faction. There's other ones that have got, a lot of them have got other groups like the Iconians, servants of the precursors and one of the first races to reach the stars. So they're now locked in a bitter struggle with their own creations, the Yor. So these were essentially a group that created this group of robots, and these robots are adaptable and unwavering with what they then go to do, and these are just a synthetic species. So this is like you're playing as robots. So these originals are pretty fun to play with, but they don't actually have, it's not like it's got an actual story. It's just if you end up with them, they're very unlikely to want to work with these guys. There's going to be a natural antagonism towards each other. It doesn't have to be, but it sort of will end up that way. So yeah, the stories will just develop themselves in this game, which is quite nice. I'll just go back across to all and go and choose the one that we just chose. So the Xenovore Hive. But I like to show that building aspect of it, because these abilities change so much of what you can then do in the game. It really is dramatic. The style of gameplay that you get, like, it's very, very adaptable. Yeah, and it's super immersive as well, which is really cool about this one as well. Sorry, just get up to where we got to. So Chris is saying, yes, you can play story campaigns. You sort of can. Like, again, I don't personally. I've played 2 and 3. It's mostly more of the same, or did anything major change? This is, okay, that's another pretty deep question. With GalCiv 4, GalCiv 3, like if you've played GalCiv 2 and GalCiv 3, you probably will have noticed that 2 was, like, a lot of people see 2 as being like the shining pinnacle on the hill of the series at like up to that point, and that 3 struggled. It was still a good game, but it lost its way a little bit. What they've done is they've mainly gone back to 2 and then rebuilt on top of what 2 did very, very, very well, and brought in the good things from version 3 as well. And so they have actually, this is a vast improvement on both 2 and 3, but it does play more like a GalCiv 2 in its overall approach, which is, for me, a better thing. So Chris is saying it's both more of the same and full of new mechanics. Also, yes. So Cecil, there's a story over in Gal Civ, but it's more of a backdrop. Yeah. And humans upset the order of the universe by combining FTL and fusion to allow it to build portal. A fusion device, and they share it with everyone. That leads to countless galactic wars. There we are, darn humans. So anyway, that's sort of where we are with that one through there. All right, let's go next. The galaxy settings as well. I won't show much of this, but this is unbelievable as well. Like just the breadth that you can have in this game, the amount of different playable factions. You can play anything from like a 2-player game, just a mini little tiny game, all the way up to I think the most I saw was something like 96 different factions you could actually play with. So you've got a big range of them. This thing in here at the moment is something that I'm just seeing if there's anything new. That's I've got civilization proximity set to far. Hostile entities occasional, minor races occasional, everything else to normal. A bright galaxy, which is quite difficult. You've got a lot of different difficulty settings from beginner, easy, normal, bright, and then up to genius, incredible, and godlike. But bright is the average. Is either easy or normal. So I'm just going to play it slightly above the average. And the game does thump me a lot. Like it does actually sort of damage me on the bright setting. Like it's sort of one of those things where like it will punish me. When we come back across, it does give you recommended settings based on what you've got selected as well. So, and it just tells you what sort of cores and stuff like that it would recommend based on what you've done. Now with the galaxy size, sets the size of the galaxy. This is sort of like how many actual galaxies there are. Like it's sort of it's actually this is no sectors is more like the galaxy. So galaxy size is the overall. If I start to improve these, you see how this has now gone to 32 gigabytes and 8 cores is what it recommends for gigantic. If I go back there, that's fine. Number of sectors is just like what the splitter off actually is. I might keep it to just 2. That will then sort of have like multiple little galaxies that then sort of spin off into it, but I'll just keep it as a binary system. So we've got like two disparate groups of stars with a warp lane between them, or I can have multiple. I can go up to just heaps and heaps of them, like have many of them, where they're all everyone's sort of like in their own little area and then sort of moves in. But binary is usually pretty good. You end up sort of needing to take over one portion, then move through the gate to the other portion if you can. Star frequency, I'll go common. Habitable planets will go occasional. Extreme planets will go occasional as well, and resources will just go occasional. So we'll just keep that where that is. We'll just go next. The different factions that come in now, we can on the settings that we have, it's suggesting anywhere between 3 to 6 players, or 3 of 6 players at this point in time. I can, of course, like fill it right up or have them pretty empty. People have found that it's often better to leave it a little bit empty. So what I might do is I'll keep the Drengans. I can ditch these and just go full on random. Maybe I'll just go full random. Let's ditch those and just get randoms across. We'll put in so that there's 5 factions that we're playing against. Again, if I'm wanting to have something very specific, if there's someone that I know is going to be antagonistic to my style of play, I may want to bring in someone to be the enemy. For example, these ones here, ancient empaths. Yeah, maybe we'll do that actually. Let's go and bring one of them in, and we'll ditch one of these. So we'll have the Altarian Republic, just so we've got one of the actual core ones in there. I can bring in the ones that I created as well, so they should be down the bottom here. Yeah, so the other ones that I've been playing with and have built for other runs in the game are still actually all in there. So am I late, or are we just beginning? We're pretty much just beginning right now. Okay, so Michael's saying, great. I hope you can explain to me how the boarding works. The boarding, now that's I'm getting confused with Sins of a Solar Empire 2, which has got like a boarding mechanic in it. I'll have to see what happens when we come across it. I love this cutscene. This is such a good cutscene. The thing I like about this cutscene, I'll let it play through, is it promises such a grand scope. It sort of shows that even though we're looking at little ships, you know, it's sort of it just gives a feel. So this is, I think, just a colony ship that's being created. Sort of real Star Trek sort of vibe about it. It's very nicely done. Yeah, so it's a human colony ship ready to go. So Silbical's saying, do I get the DLC for this game or the DLC for Age of Wonders 4? They're both excellent, and but just be aware I am being sponsored on this live stream, so I'm not going to be deviating too much off into other games, to be honest. So I'll just say that up front. All right, so this is our group, the Xenivore Hive. So we just click on done. Our ships, looks like they have reverted back to a different style of ship, have they? Yeah, they have. The colours have reverted back. I should have gone back and fixed that up to keep what we actually had, but that's okay. The actual class of ships will still be the same. Yeah, so Sicily do a pretty good scale of the ships, which I like. Yes, the ship designer again in the game was groundbreaking when they brought it in Gal Civ 2, and it's still great. Like, there's not. So I'm saying I do like to ask you easy questions, but look, to be honest, the DLCs in this game and in Age of Wonders 4 are awesome. They're both incredibly good. Right, okay, so with what we actually have through here, this is our system where we've got like our home world. We're in this little sector in through here. There will be another sector somewhere in space where we don't know exactly where. So there'll only be two, and it'll be close by, but we just don't know exactly where that is. And so we'll be wanting to find the gateway at some point. Now we need to research that. One we might have a look at is maybe just trying to think of the best way of showing the new ways of playing the game. There'll be different sorts of things that will then come back up. If we have a look at, maybe we'll have a look at technology. Let's have a bit of a look and see what we can do through here. I'm going to come back to this because we can assign a technology minister to unlock certain aspects. And if we go and have a look at the actual tech navigator, so we've got engineering. And I haven't looked for this actually to see where the new stuff actually comes in. So there should be Dyson spheres somewhere. That's not there. There's a progression as you run through, and hopefully we'll find these soon enough. There's hatcheries. This is actually the Optimizer's birthplace of our future swarm. This is actually something we do have to get to. This is actually unique for us as the insectoids that we are playing. Yeah, there's nothing else there. Precursor, relics. I don't think it's not that far back to be able to then go and get what we need. And it may not even be tech that we need to get. Experimental weapons. Yeah, that's okay. I'll talk about these when we get to them. Won't be defenses. Logistics, maybe. Planetary mobilization. No, that's not it either. Nope, that's okay. Governance. No, I'm not seeing it there, and I don't know where it actually is in the tech or how we actually get to the Dyson spheres. I can do a search. Dyson. No, nothing there. Okay, so it mustn't be done through technology. In fact, in that case, we'll just escape back out of that. We'll come back. It's picked arm shuttles, but we'll actually go and choose something a bit different with that one through there. So we've got a few different things. It's now highlighting. We've got some different executive orders that we can do. We'll have a quick look at those as well. These are things that will then enhance the way that we then play the game. So we've got like draft colonists if we wanted to. Sometimes we can't afford to wait for volunteers. This will provide a free colony ship. Does reduce approval, but only for 10 turns. So the approval goes down a little bit. So that's one thing we can sort of have a bit of a look at. That's going to just cost me 33 control. And we do actually start off with 100 control. So I can get extra colony ships, and we'll be wanting to do that one if we find colonizable worlds. We've got print money. This will lower the approval for approximately a year. We've got planetary clairvoyance. This is actually how we check out the galaxy. So greatly expand. This is 100 control. Greatly expand the sensor vision of the target world to see what it's remotely near it. Effect begins 1 month later. So when we click on that one, we can then start. It'll then expose whatever's around it, and then finally we have emergency speed, which will give us order fleets to go beyond their maximum rated speed if we absolutely have to. So that's something that's going to cost me 15 control if I ever do that. Chris is saying, I think how far this game has come since the days of Epic. It's bloody awesome now. It's incredible, actually. If you have seen the game back when it was released on the Epic Game Store to what it was, even when it released on Steam, dramatically different. So Michael saying, I found a small speech bug where battle mode says the same thing twice. It's in the events where a planet report where it says a comet has re-entered the solar system. Yes, I played Gal Civ a lot. Okay, it would have been written because battle mode didn't actually. They've used battle mode's voice for like an AI voice, so they've trained an AI to speak like battle mode. So it will be written. It will be what's written for it, I think. So it's actually so it's probably been written down twice, I would guess, because it's not as if he had to talk all the way through all sorts of different things. I don't think he did anyway, from when I spoke to him about it. Anyway, we don't need to do any of those at this stage. There's a few different things that we actually do have, like civilization requires us the colonial policies technology to get to our civilization tab. The leaders requires a colonial leadership council project. So these are things that we want to get very, very quickly. Cultural progression, so the core values of your civilization. This one then opens up things, for example, like totalitarianism will be where we have a natural progression. So we'll come back for that one when we get to it. This is just a data bank, just gives us the stats on who we are, which is really quite nice. So we can sort of always have a bit of a look to see where we are. Not a real lot we can unlock through there. So what I'm going to do here is we do want to get the Colonial Leadership Council project, and we want to get the Colonial Policies technology as well to open up both of these screens. So if we go back into our grouping through here, Colonial Leadership Council project. So if we go back and have a look, and if I go to back to the Tech Navigator, and if I just do Colonial Policies. Yep, that's the civilization screen, and now that's the which one is it that does the people? It's science. Let's go back. Sorry, I'm missing it again. Escape. Colonial leadership. That was colonial policies. Okay, so colonial leadership is the one we're looking for. Go back to the Tech Navigator. It's really been fleshed out a lot over time. The I've forgotten it again. I've forgotten it again. Leadership. That was leadership recruiting. Where's that? That's not it either. Not sure where it is actually. The leaders. Yeah, I'm not seeing it there. It's frigates. Defence, it won't be there. Science. This colonial policies, I think we might just go that way. Engineering. It should be there. We'll go and we'll just go and grab this one here, colonial policies. I don't have to choose what it provided me. So if I just go back. We've got armed shuttles and defensive studies. These give us a 50% research bonus, but we really can get anything we want. So colonial policies will unlock this civilization screen, allows us to assign policies, which I think will be good. So we'll just go and just click on done. So that's only going to be 1 month anyway for that one. So that's now under control. Order the shipyard to construct a new colony ship is what the advisors are suggesting. So we'll go and do that one now as well. And I think that's a good thing to do. Or a scout ship. So we've got the light spreader back into here, which is our colony ship. We've got constructors, supply ships, mini probes. The probe. That's one that I built, I think, in a previous. Yeah, I did that one previously. But I will grab a light spreader, so we'll just go and build this particular ship. And so it's going to take 5 turns for that one. Let's just click on done. And over through here we do actually have a colony ship ready to go. We do have a couple of little colonies. If I zoom back out, we'll sort of see different dots. So these are poor. This is a class 4 poor planet. I'll be wanting to go further afield if I can, and looking at other systems. There's a lot of systems in around us. It may be that we do that, spend that 100 control. Although I think I'm going to save it. I think I'll save it. Let's move this one. We've also got a probe here. Let's just send the probe off to this area. Okay, what did we find? We've got a class 23. There we go. All right, that's actually a good one straight away. A precursor world constructed through a collected Durantium. It does have minus 50% growth, but it does have Durantium in it as well. And so this has actually got like an orbital already around it. Precursor world, yeah, it's so that one is, yeah, Durantium cloud is in orbit around it. So we'll send in the colony ship that we have to go and settle that one. So we're lucky to see that. And we can either use our flagship to just go and start to explore and to pick up different space junk, or we can have it also go off and check things out. I'm thinking that now that we've found a planet so quickly, I'm just going to tell it to go off and explore. So we've got different things I can do. So we've got, which one is it? Just survey. We'll attempt to go and find anomalies. So we'll just go off and just start to search these different things. Other things we've found, we've actually got a Durantium deposit right next to our capital, which is fantastic. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one, as in we'll need to start mining that at some point. We still need to go back in and look at our actual planet. So let's just double click the actual DAS hive and have a bit of a look to see what we've got in through here. So we start off with what we have. We've got the precognition sensor. This is an artifact improvement. Upgrade this artifact to unlock charges that will increase the resistance of the selected world. Okay, so this is actually something that is an artifact that's already on the planet. We've also got a Prometheus stone, which is a trade resource, and so it does sort of add to the income. We've got food in through there, so trade resource. Actually, that's that's actually, I'm not sure what that one actually is. Then we've got Ancient Wonder. This Ancient Wonder appears to have been made by the precursors, gives us +3 research. Some good research in there. Another +3 there with rare earth metals. We do actually have mountains in through that side. Then we've got a fertile valley there for good food. This looks to be a good spot for the capital. So if we go and have a look to what we can actually then go and build, Colonial Leadership Council, establish a formal council to oversee and harness the potential of the best, brightest individuals within our civilization. And so what this one will do is, if I go and click on it, well, we are trying to build this one right now. Oh, hang on, this is the one that we're, this is actually our leaders. God, I was getting confused as to what to do. I'm going to rush this. It's only going to cost me a small amount. This will then give us our leaders. So let's just go and do that. That's already now been established. That was actually in the build queue. Now we can go back and do what we need to do with the actual buildings on the actual planet itself. So I've got different zones that I can then do, different districts back and through here. And then I've got different buildings. I've got the Cerebral Chamber, which is a research improvement. I've got the worker hive, so manufacturing improvement, and I've got the mother hive, which is a population improvement. Central hub for the consuming species on this world. Increases the stats of all creatures with the consuming trait. And so in this case, we've got the it's a unique colony aspect. Actually, I wonder if consuming is the right one for us. Because I don't know if we have consuming. I don't think this is actually, I think I may have screwed up here in terms of what we're doing. Yeah, I think the faction that we've got doesn't make use of this tech that I've actually got in through here. Yeah, I think I've screwed up here, guys. I think we're going to have to start again, unfortunately. because these don't have consuming. They've got food consumption, but not consuming. I think it's because... Actually, how did I pick that one? How did I get that one so wrong? How did I get that one so wrong? Yeah, I'm unsure about this now. I'm really unsure. I think we're going to have to go back. I'm sorry about this. I'll save where we are just in case this is actually still okay. And we'll just go back out. So we'll just go back to the main menu. I'll try to figure out what happened there. If we just go to new game. If I go and copy or edit, how do we get consuming? It's not these. Okay, insectoid races resemble terrestrial insects featuring exoskeletons. They tend to live in homogeneous collectives that increase their resistance. They also prefer lively, oxygen-rich environments and will get approval boosts when on a jungle world. Carbon-based biology. It's not changing what we're doing, though. It's... I'm not sure how we got the other one, to be honest. If I choose the species... Food consumption 1 per month. Just see what that's food again. That's a different sort of vampiric style. Yeah, I'm not sure. We've got stellar spiders as well. Got all these different groups we can actually have. No, I can't think of what it actually would be. Yeah, I'm not sure what the consumption one is. That comes back to the to what we chose here under abilities with the Ravenous. It also grants the ability to consume aliens and spawn new citizens. Not sure if we got what we wanted with that one. Almost need to find a faction that's got that to see what they're made up of. I'm thinking maybe we're okay. Maybe we're still okay. Unlock Swarm Executive Order. Got hatcheries. Yeah, it's a hard one actually. That one may be the thing that's the problem for us. If we just go back out and have a look at maybe some of the factions that are actually core in the game. And just see if we can find one. It's actually the Festron Hunt is Ravenous. And they're insectoids. Yeah, okay, so they've got the citizens there are Ravenous. Let's go back. Let's go back to new game again. We'll just go back and edit these again. So if we go back to actually the biology and choose species, and if we go back to Festron there and just see what they've got. So we can just see what they bring through. Yeah, so it's only got food consumption there. Pollution effects. Maybe we'll just do it. We'll start again with this one here. Relative in through that side. They do want jungle, so we'll give them a jungle world as well. So we can just go and choose that species. So that will be our new civilians. So that should then work with Ravenous. Let's just go to abilities and change this one to a jungle world. So Daz Hive, Venge Prime. I'll still keep it in. Actually, I might even go back to the Festron world. Oh, maybe I'll still just leave it that way. We should start off with a jungle world though. Just click on done. save the civilization back in again. Actually, I will just go back to fleets, and we've gone back to Altarian, which we didn't want to do. We wanted to go back down to the which one was it? Phalanoid, was it? With the it's the cruiser. No, it wasn't that. That's too soft. Oh, it's not Luxor. Well, Festron again would probably be a good style for us. Drath, we've still got primary will be then, if I just go back to a larger ship. And just choose that sort of reddish colour that we had, although we did actually do it manually. Just go to Korath, that'll do. Just go this way. Just go back up to hexes again. I love hexes. Hexes 2 will do. That'll do us. I'll just go with that. So we'll save the civilization. Alright, let's go this way. Next, let's go back again next. Keep all that settings the way it was before. You don't remember that one. We've seen that. Alright, so we're in here. Done. So I think we're still going to be ending up getting those same things. Let's just go back into this world. This is now a jungle world. So it's a very, very different sort of world than what we saw there before. We do actually have a chimeric biomass. So this upgrades the artifact to unlock charges that will terraform a tile on the selected world. So we can eventually do these. We'll just go into the build queue. We'll just go and rush the Colonial Leadership Council, just so we can get the leaders straight away. We'll do things more correctly this time. These things only have food consumption. Oh, you see down the bottom there, it's got consuming. That's what we didn't have before. So we've now got a consuming trait with our civilians. So that was important. That actually was important for us to do that. So, so otherwise we would have been screwed. So that was a good change for us to do. I wish, eventually I hope that they do more with the civilization so that you end up being able to construct your own very, very thoroughly. They've certainly improved it a lot over time, but it would be great to just get a bit more there. So we have the mother hive. So if I go and click on that one through there, if I start to drag it through, we may get some bonuses. Actually, there's no food bonuses. There's a 3 bonus there that's miles off. Miles away from everywhere else. And if we have a look at what this one does, the adjacency gives +2 level to everything, but getting the population cap with it gives us a +3 anyway, but we get another +3 from this one, +3 to population. It's the only one that actually does that. I'm almost tempted to start again and see if we can actually get this sort of thing closer in amongst the other worlds, like just so it's not on the outer edge. It's +1 to wealth. Yeah, that's a really terrible position for that one. I'm going to start again. It was used to be able to go Control N and generate everything again, which is what we'll do. They did it. They introduced that. I forget which game they introduced that in. Stardock. It was. It's one of those things at the start of the games you can just do that one and just get a new start. So we'll just go click on done with that one. Have a quick look and see. Do we have population growth? Oh, we're missing it this time. We're missing it entirely. It's a shame. It's +2 to food. I'll go one more. Control N. See if we can get ourselves a good world. So yeah, +3 to pop is big. It's just saying they know their audience here. It's a cool little way of just getting these starts. Now, again, there's no population boost. Okay, look, we'll just make do with what we've got this time. We won't keep on doing these different things. We've got a Betatron Collider, so this is an artifact. Upgrade the artifact to unlock charges that will damage an enemy fleet. We do have a Thriving Reef, that's +3 to research. Got production back in through there. This one here will then give me different research boosts in around it. So if I just go across, this one's going to take longer to build than previously. I'll pop it there, which will then sort of allow it to, you know, that's just going into a wetland. It's got -1 to manufacturing. I'm going to try one more time, guys. One more time. Control N. We'll see how we go. Come on, world. Give me a good world, please. I should explain what I'm looking for here, I guess, rather than just doing it. Oh, it's even worse. Even worse. We've got +1 to manufacturing back in through there. We do have a +3 to research there. We've got this one here is trade resource. So these are staggeringly beautiful. Yeah, back in through that other side. Stony plains. So this is the jungle type worlds is what we end up getting through here. Bernal Sphere. Upgrade the artifact to unlock charges that will increase the population capacity. Okay, that seems pretty cool. That actually does look good. We've got the +1 to wealth in there. I'm thinking of going in here in this rainforest with this mother hive. First of all, we are going to just keep on rushing this so we can get the leaders. We're then going to go and what we're looking for, ultimately, the first one we had actually had a +3 to population. And what we have is we have a population cap. We've got 5 population, the most we can have on this world is 5 population. By adding this mother hive in, we can see it's got a +3 population cap, and if we can find a population tile, we then get extra bonuses for this one. So really all it ends up really doing is just adds to the population. So I don't want to really chew up valuable space with that. Like we've got a +1 to wealth there, but we have lots of manufacturing. So for me, it's either these two. If I go there, I can't build another tile there, and this one has next to it, it's got the adjacency level bonuses of +2 to anything we build. So any building we build or anything we build next to it is going to get a boost of +2. And so, for example, this ancient wonder hidden in the jungle is a +3 to research with what it actually does go and do. So it's already a massive research boost to actually build a research location on that one. And so if I build, for example, a research district, we're going to get 3 times the bonuses that we would normally get. If we go and if we build this mother hive right in here, we then end up getting another +2 boost to that, so it goes to +5. So I'm thinking I'm going to go here, we'll chew up that extra wealth, and we'll just go that way, I think. So we'll just go and position that one there. It's going to take 7 turns to build, which will be okay. So that's actually our capital, essentially. We do actually have the work hive manufacturing improvement, and so we'll look at these. I guess once this one's built, we'll have a bit of a look to see what else we can then go and do with it. So we've got 7 turns before that one gets built. In a lot of starts, the actual your capital is automatically built. In our case, it's not the case, so we have to build ours up slowly. Let's click on done. Right, so back in through here again. Now we did actually have a pretty good start there last time with the various, with what we found. Let's just go and grab our probe ship, and I'll move into the middle because I do want to start to try to control the center. So we're finding different things on the way through. We're finding Gerantium back in through there. We're finding Illyrium back in this way. The hive ship, sorry, the hive ship that we've got through here, the nest. I'll send it off to the yellow section. There will be pirates and things we have to be careful of, and I will. At this stage, we haven't found anything that's super valuable to us, so I'm going to send this one off this way, just to do a little bit of scouting initially, and then we'll actually look for other things. Other things we need to now just go and do is we've got the shell, and through here, which is our builder. So we'll just go with a nest. We'll go and build that ship. 6 turns for that one to come, and that's all we need to do there. We're not researching anything, but we do have, because we rushed that leadership council on the planet, we actually now have access to leaders. We'll have a quick look at those. So at the moment, we've got our, so the Babinus Getachew is an unassigned leader. Very loyal, very disloyal, so which is not great. So a leader with loyalty below 30 is at risk of resigning or attempting to undermine you. A leadership with extremely high loyalty may offer additional support and help. We also need to look at what they bring. And so we're essentially looking for a high technology leader to take over the tech ministry. And we also have other things as well, like this one, for example, has got good resolve. Resolve modifies leader's skill at military tasks. This one here is diligence, makes a leader skilled at production-related tasks. This one here is social skills. So again, it can be good for governors. But then intelligence, 6 is our best of all of these. This one here is very loyal, but does come with a bit of baggage by the looks of things. Cheap, lower recruitment cost, that's a good one. It's survived a plague that resulted in the death of their loved ones and the quarantining of their old home, and shadowphobic, so a dark event from yesteryears makes them weary of dimly lit places, casting shadows on their decisions. Even so, it's just cheap. The diligence is interesting there. I'm not sure. It may be not worth getting this one. The resolve is terrible. Yeah. All right. We'll just we'll go to ministers now, and we've got the Minister of Exploration, which and I will be wanting to fill these. So so this is increase the moves and range based on the diligence of the assigned minister. So let's go back to recruitment. Diligence is this one here. We've got a 9. He's a 9. Okay, we'll buy him. You're in. Let's go back to ministries again. We also have the Minister of Colonisation. By listening to the needs of citizens on all our worlds, we can improve their approval. So this one is based on the social skills. So I'm going to put Minister of Exploration will be Genemu. He can actually look after that, which will give us +1 extra move with our ships, and we get to go a little bit further out, like 9 extra hexes away from like on our borders, and we'll get this one involved in the intelligence. So the Minister of Technology will add a certain technology slot in, so we get an extra slot by putting that one into there, and we do get +6% in our research at this point in time, so that's going to be okay. So Bayer Destu would do as a minister though, says Michael. Where's that? Which one was that one? Yeah, this one's got good social, and I do actually have the money for it. Look, what I might do is, it's just the loyalty is bad. This one's not great at anything. This one's got very, very good resolve. We don't need it until we get a colony, until we start getting colonies, and then we'll go to it from there. Dog saying, aloha, did they fix the multiplayer? Does anyone know? Is it possible to play multiplayer on larger than small maps? I'm not sure, sorry. I very rarely play multiplayer games. Anyway, we'll leave it there. We'll just click on done. That's sort of got our initial leadership under control. The decisions that we now have, again, we've got the planetary clairvoyance. We're slightly off with that one. Yep, nothing else there to be done. That's all okay. Constructing colony ships, that's okay. We've done that one, so we've got that one queued up. Yep, so that's all fine. So I think we've sort of pretty much done at this stage. One thing I wouldn't mind doing is making sure that I grab all of this before anyone else does. Oh, sorry, we need to do research. So we get an extra one coming back through. Now, we've got the translator, we've got the subspace scanning, allows us to detect subspace streams, not important to us at this stage. This unlocks the frigate, which would be pretty cool. We get a research bonus on these, but I want to get the civilization, the colonial policies is another one that we can actually bring in. I'm going to grab that one right now, just so we can unlock the civilization screen. So we'll do that one, click on done, and yep, so that would be 1 month, and then we get another one in through there. Let's just end our term. It's pretty cool. They actually keep on making little changes to everything. Like down the bottom through here, for example, they've now got the rally points in around the bottom section. So that's good. Choose new text. Now we've got the allows construction of armed spacecraft and provides 2 free warships. I quite like the idea of that one. So I always like to have a bit of a picture as to where things actually are and what we're doing. And you can see there that we've got different advisors are advising us. Your economic advisor recommends that we research this, and our science advisor recommends that we go for that one through there. If we have a look at the Tech Navigator and have a look at maybe these two in this instance, for example. So armed shuttles is right there. And this then leads on to space weapon systems, and then we end up with the full-on stuff. We're going to have to get there sooner rather than later. Anyway, defense is back in through here. Defensive studies is right there. Logistics is space doctrine with the frigate, and unlocks orbital bombardment. We don't need that one just yet. So let's go back to the armed shuttles and just go and grab the 2 free warships. So we'll just go in that way, even though it's not the one that they recommended. I still think that's one that we probably do need at this point in time. With the ships that we actually have, we've got our probe back out this way. So I'm just going to now move it across the other side. Let's have a bit of a look around. Not finding anything there. This one doesn't have a very good range of what it can actually then look at. And this one, let's have a bit of a look around. It's only a poor planet, not really worth it. Yeah, we're not having much luck in finding stuff immediately. Let's now have a look at our colony civilization screen. And this now allows us to change our tax rate, which is very, very important. So civilization overview, we can now, this is new. It used to be that you could only really choose like major sections, but now you've actually got a slider. So we can sort of see where we end up getting with things where the cheaper we make it, we end up with like we don't make any money there, but we'll end up with sort of like getting better research and happiness. So as we start to bring it up the slider, you see that the research then starts to drain off. Our manufacturing starts to drain off as well. They're getting +2, +3, +4, +5, up to +8. In one sense, you usually don't want to have too much. Let's just go until production falls off at that point there. We're still getting +2. If I go any further, it goes to only 7 there, and I'm only getting +2 there as well. So I'm going to keep it there with the 8. We'll go with 11 research. So we'll just keep this. This will be where we keep our tax rate for now. But we can go and chop and change that one. Now we have civilization policies. We've got endless feast back and through here. So our ravenous nature makes us appreciate a good meal. To that end, we will be harvesting life from other planets for consumption at home. We get food +1. We get approval +20%. We get diplomacy bonus of -2. And that's fine. Land exploitation. We're in a period of rapid interstellar expansion. The expense requires we take unusual measures. In this case, our income goes up by +5, but pollution goes up. Endless feast is just an easy one for us. Diplomacy doesn't bother us because we're not playing that way. But approval will then allow us to maybe even sort of tax more or get more benefit from it. So let's go with endless feast, and we'll just see what happens in through here with the changes. So when we put that in there, these have all gone up dramatically. So they've gone up to 14 and 9 now because of the happiness that this one does provide. The extra food is also going to give us better growth on our world. And so when we have a bit of a look at this one, I may be able to then go further up. That's still 9. It's still 9 all the way through to there actually. That's 13, 14. Yeah, we're only getting a little bit more. We get +3 from there onwards. Just have a bit of a look. That's 12 there and 12 and 8. So at that point there, we're getting +3. We get +4 as we just kick over. Yeah, 9 and 13 there is our best spot, even though it's only +3 income. I could go back even more and try to sort of, what's the maximum we can get? 10 and 14. Okay, 10 and 14, 9, 14, which is +2, +1. I'll keep it in around here at the 9, 13 with +3. So we'll just go that way. Just click on done. So getting those policies is fairly important. Okay, we've got the next turn. Shuttles, we've now got these. We've got another couple of ships that we'll now be able to use for scouting. Planetology allows us to house more people on our worlds. This will give us the housing district. Not a bad one. Subspace scanning improves our sensors, allows us to detect subspace streams. This one does give us +1 ship range, +2 sensor range. That's actually not bad, to be honest. Space doctrine. I think I'm going to go subspace scanning. It is also what the advisor is suggesting, so we'll just go that way. Click on done. We don't need to overthink it too much. And then we've got two heavy drones that have now come back in. And I'll just set them to auto explore. Like we can set them off to, should be able to, I think. Explore, there we go. I'll just leave them to head out, and oh, there's a black hole. That's cool. Got another one here as well. So just go off and explore. Don't go together. Oh well. We'll leave that one where that is. And we'll now move this one across. A quick look around. That's an excellent one, actually. That's not too bad at all. I could just zip that one straight through there. It's barren. Yeah, poor quality, but it still wouldn't be bad. Drogo 3. It allows us to then claim that whole area. It's going to be 5 turns to get there. Rather than having a look over here, what I might do is I might just grab this ship here and tell it to go this way, and then we'll figure out what to do with it. Okay, let's press tab to advance the next turn. Actually, I might manually control these ships. Event. DAS Hive Planet Report. So a new generation has been born in DAS Hive, the first that are likely to live and die in distant worlds. Military always needs new recruits, so we get so gain a soldier citizen. Totalitarianism, cultural awareness increased to 28. Our most brilliant thinkers will lead us forward. This one will actually, progressivism, cultural awareness, we get a scientist citizen. This could be very, very valuable. It can take some time to get these. Allow them to pursue their own dreams. We get an entertainer as well. This one does give us... an entertainer can really make a big difference to the happiness as well. God, it's a hard one to choose, actually, out of these three. Not so much the soldier we don't need. But the scientist or the entertainer is something that would be very cool to get. And if we have a look and we'll decide later, I like that we can do that. You used to not be able to do that with the game, but we can now go back and actually evaluate what's what and how hard it would be to get what we need. So let's go back to DAS Hive. And we've only got the 5 out of 5 at the moment. Now we're going to be getting the next one. I'm going to go to this build queue. I'm going to rush this. It's not going to cost me very much. That then gives me enough to allow me to have different civilians on the actual planet itself. So that one's there now. Let's have a look and see what else we can now go and build. So I can build a work hive manufacturing improvement, so productive hive for the worker caste of consuming by increasing their diligence. So diligence goes up by plus 100%, manufacturing plus 3%, and the adjacency goes plus 3 level to manufacturing, plus 3 level to military. Now the only bonus we get per level is manufacturing at 3%. If we go to the manufacturing thing through here, this one also gives us manufacturing of 3%. And a bonus per level of 2%, but does lead to higher production, high pollution. Sorry, we do actually have an entertainment district which we could build, which does actually provide approvals. This one here is a cerebral chamber, so research improvement, and this one gives a bonus per level of plus 10%. So we give us a plus 3% adjacency level bonus of plus 1 to research. If we got this one here, the research itself would go up by 2%. With plus 1 level to research. It's a bit hard to figure out what. That's just going to enhance the intelligence of our civilians. That's a 1.5, so we get a 1.65, I guess, if we build that. But if we build it there, actually that's just plus 3 to research. If I go and build that there, I get 5 slots there. Intelligence goes up by plus 50%. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Be level 5. If I put this there, and I can just hover it over there, research goes up at plus 10% on the planet at that from that particular one. So it's research itself versus the intelligence of the of what we actually have through here. This one's only got 3 intelligence. We've got a worker in through here. We've just got some normal citizens as well. We might change some of these. That one's got low intelligence. That one's got very high intelligence actually. So if we go and click on this particular one, we can try to train it as a scientist, but it'll then tell us that we need Xeno research tech for that one through there. And this is what we have to then try to work out is, do we want to start doing this so we can get some more scientists, like with what we actually have, or like the entrepreneur needs private property rights required? So we've got that one through there, or the so we've got Xeno research or private property. So research or private is what I'll do the search for. We'll just find it where that's actually where that is. So we'll come back for this. Just click on done for a second. Go back to our text. Go back to the tech navigator. And we've got private. It's not showing up. Research. It's not showing up either, actually. Why is that not doing that? So both of those aren't actually showing up. Definitely got to be in one of these areas. If I go, I'll just click on. I'll just go back. Technology library. Private show up in here. No, it's not. That's strange. That is strange. Okay, I'll just go back again. Because I thought it was something we had to research to get those. If we go to back to the tech navigator again, so and we'll go back to science. We've done that one. Planetology. There's Xeno research. This one is the one that we then can get to build the generation of scientists. Now, why didn't that come up? There it is. It is there. So why isn't private coming up? It may be that like this hatcheries may have gotten rid of all of the stuff that we had. It may have been taken off the what we actually need, so we may not be able to get that. But having said that, that's science. It should be under governance. we end up with Xeno Entertainment. Yeah, there we go. We can still build these. So this is Xeno Entertainment is what we require. Allows us to get the entertainer from that one. So we can get that one relatively easily, ultimately, like once we sort of go universal translator. It's just that we're not likely to do it. So I think we'll go with a scientist at this point in time, because scientists, we get the scientists from here, a little bit further down the tree, but we will actually start to make our way down that way relatively soon, I guess. So it doesn't really matter whichever way we go with that one. Let's just go back to the event, and I think we'll just go with progressivism, cultural awareness increases to 3, but we do gain the scientist citizen, so we'll go and do that. And so if we go and have a bit of a look and see what's on the world through here, so we now have another scientist. Intelligence 4.5, that's good, so that's actually a good one for us. So we've now got the 6th person. These in through here, wow, this one's got very high intelligence. That one there, we've got the diligence is what's important here for their work. Diligence of 6. I might change this one across to as train as a worker. So provides manufacturing based on their diligence. Their low expectations will give them an approval boost. When they're just general citizens, they spread what they do a little bit. You can sort of see there with what they do, like manufacturing, they add 0.8, gross income 0.2, research 0.2, 0.1 through there. So when they're high in one aspect, it is worth to sort of doing it in through this other side. So we've got the if we have a look at the actual manufacturing of 0.8 there, if we have a look at this worker, for example, the manufacturing there is 1.9 because he's using his diligence to put his efforts into those things. He doesn't do much in other ways. So I'll just go and grab whichever one's got the highest diligence out of all of these. That's only a 6. That one's only got 4.5. So I'm going to train this one as another worker. So we'll just get those sort of established across, just to sort of boost our what we're doing on the planet a little bit. Okay, that'll do us. Hi Battle Mode, how you going? Saying you're playing Megastructures. We haven't found any yet. It's only very, very early days. We were just talking about you. There was a comment that your voiceover had said something twice for somebody else's playthrough. So there we are. So Silvercall, Battle Mode saying to Silvercall, the Megastructure stuff comes early mid-game. Yep, so still a little way off. All right, so yeah, by the way, ask Battle Mode any questions. Battle Mode certainly got the inside run on the information to do with the DLC. This is literally my first go at sort of at playing with these, so yeah, it should be good. Anyway, we need to go and build something else on the actual surface. I'm thinking of making good use of this ancient wonder. +3 to research again with the intelligence. Bonus per level. That's going to then boost our intelligence. We do actually have... The research should go up a little bit with this. I think it's a hard number, so I'm going to go in with the cerebral chamber there. We'll go and add that one in. So we'll add that one in. Three turns to build that one. We'll click on done. So if Battle Mode is saying AI Battle Mode is beyond my control, I'm afraid. Yeah, so that's what I thought. I thought it would have been, the text would have been doubled up somehow. All right, let's go. So we've got the, in that case, we've done this one. We're now sort of at the end of our turn. If we haven't really found a good spot yet to settle, we found a reasonable spot, but nothing great. Let's just unclick this one. Now, what I might do as well is I'm just pressing through the G key to get different grids. I might leave it on this grid here so we can see the actual hexes. I think that might make it a little bit easier just to sort of spot what's going on. Move that one across that side. Just need to find better locations. Let's have a look across. Oh, it's amazing. But this one requires precursor studies in this instance, so nothing we can really do about that one. Not yet, anyway. Okay, research completes. Into subspace scanning. We'll choose new tech. Space weapons, provide some basic weapons for space combat. Research districts, let's go this way. Improve, allows us to improve research districts. We also have defensive studies as well. So we'll just go this way with research. Click on done. Okay, let's go with this one. So we should consider colonizing Drogo 3. Yes, we are. So we've got the colonists heading that way. Now this is our flagship. We've found Promethean now as well. We're finding some good stuff. We're just not finding good colonizable worlds. I'm going to send it now to go off and start to do its surveying. So we'll just go and start to check out the different anomalies around the place. Got another event, so we've got a planet report. So a blight has affected Das Hive. Your administrators warned that there won't be enough food for all of your citizens. The wealthy have begun stockpiling food and the desperate have begun raiding those stockpiles. What are your orders? Share with the less fortunate. We will suffer together. So we end up with negative 50% growth for 10 months and also with poor approval for 10 months. Pacifism increases. We don't want that. Distribute the goods to our leaders. We need the strength to survive. We end up with +5 loyalty to all units for 10 months. That's actually not bad. So we'll probably go that way. Stage a war amongst our people. Let them turn on each other. So, yeah, deception check. 55% chance of success. I think I'm going to go this way with totalitarianism, which is sort of where we're already sort of leaning anyway with the actual game itself. That's going to put pressure on our, on the money situation. But we'll have a look at that one. Actually, might have a bit of a look at that one now. Yeah, the approval's still good. That's still actually okay. So let's now just go and advance to the next turn. Okay, this one here. I've really got to find places that I can sort of start to claim. Let's just go this way. Finding Promethean. Okay, we've got Durantium in through there as well. All right, so we've now got the next nest that we've now sort of got created, that we've just formed. So we've got Daegu in through this other side, which is, he's got fairly good intelligence. We've got Hinok as well. This is the pacifist. Good resolve. I'm thinking of sending out just one of these citizens. Very high intelligence. When I can get scientists, I'll be wanting him to be a scientist. So I'm going to send this one out. You can board the Hive ship. Click on done. And we've now got research districts. Select new techs. Xeno research does allow us to start getting scientists, so I might even go that way, I think. So we'll just keep on sort of moving down this side. While they're 50% off, we'll just keep on going that way. So Michael's saying, Daz, do you have an option to unlock your spaceport and move it? For some reason, I can't do that in my game version anymore. I think that changed. The base, and also it costs money now to build it. So it used to be automatic. Like it's so I think that might have just changed very recently in an update. Maybe Battle Mode knows the reason. I think just to highlight what that question is, if we double click and go in, this is our capital essentially. In our case, it's a mother hive. If I destroy that, I've then got to rebuild it. Like normally it's an automatic build, or it used to be an automatic build. I thought it may have just been the faction that we were playing, but maybe it's not. If you're saying that you've seen that's actually now something that's in, I'm assuming that may just be base game stuff. We could test it. I mean, it wouldn't take very long at all to test it. Let's just do a quick save, and we'll escape. Back out to the main menu. Just go to a new game, and I'll just choose one of the standard factions. Let's just go and choose, say, the humans, which are as vanilla as you can get. The one where you build your ships. No, that's always been. I've never known that you could do that one, the spaceport, not the starport. Oh, okay. No, I didn't know you could actually you unlock your spaceport. Oh, and move it. Yeah, no, you should be able to do it slowly, I think. Hang on, I'll just go and start the game. So battle mode saying I didn't know you could move the spaceport for to be honest, yeah, but you can move it with the hotkeys cheat, I guess. Oh, okay. I thought there was a version of the game that you could do it with. You could unhook it, but that was version 3, I think. Set rally point, decommission, manage. Yeah, no, there's no movement there. That's where it used to be. Was back up in here till you could move it to a different hex. Yeah, I don't know if you could ever do it in version 4. But what you used to be able to do was your capital city. If I just ditch this one, just get that one out of the way. Yeah, this one I think you could get automatically. Like you could actually just move it into a position. Yeah, okay. This one still does it. Okay, that's fine. So the actual capital cities you can build straight away, except for the faction that we're playing in our game. So if I go and don't like that one, I can always just destroy that one and then automatically just go and build it anywhere else I like. So the capital city was always very, very handy to be able to do that with, but not in the one that we're playing. Anyway, let's go back in and load the save game in. Okay, this one should work. Like it sort of flicks across with the different colours. Yeah, so GalCiv 3, you could move the spaceport, says Paul. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I do remember being able to do it, but not in version 4. Just noticed because it took over 2 AI planets and wanted to move the spaceport closer to another planet and link to it. Yeah, no, that's not in GalCiv 4. Yep. I hadn't seen that, but I do remember it in GalCiv 3. So yeah, that's not a feature of the game. I think because everything has changed with the way that you've got the core worlds and then the non-core worlds. This thing here, I wonder what we should do with this. Well, let's first of all see if we can find something. Come on, give me a planet. Oh, here we go. From the Altarian Republic. We don't know what they're saying. It's only a poor world. So they're in that direction. That's a dead world. There's nothing there. This is a pretty crappy start, I've got to say. That's the only sort of good spot that we've found. Not good at all. Move it off. I'll move it off. Got a funny feeling we might be starting again somehow. Idle shipyard. I'm going to build myself a constructor progenitor. So we'll just go and get that one queued up. Yeah, I think having these worlds where we just haven't found anything. You guys okay for me to do another Control N, just so we can get like a planet that's close by for settlement? Because we're just not finding anything here. Which means it's going to be a bit of a slow game. You've found the humans as well. I think we will have to do that, actually. It's looking fairly dire. Just in terms of being able to move out and do things. It's not really viable. We've got a colony ship as well that's going to be moving off. So I think I will start again. Go restart DAS. This start is crap. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we'll just go back out. From this screen, I think we can still do Control N. Yes, we can. I don't know when that cuts off. It used to be after a certain number of turns, it would then not do the Control N anymore. But it's quite nice to just be able to do that straight away. Oh, got my humans now. Let's go back and do that one again. We'll just go back out to main menu. Because the last one we started was the human start, that's what it did do. So new game, go back to our group, choose our insectoids, just go next. Keep all those where they are. We'll still keep the Altarians. We'll start the game. Alright. So, first thing we do is we rush this so we can get the people. It's 3 to wealth. That's wealth there as well. There's a lot of wealth. Manufacturing, research. There's no population, unfortunately. But that's actually, there's some good boosters in there. And again, this is, the Mother Hive is not like another, like the humans get that one for free. Ours costs a lot to build it. I'm going to go control in one more time. Oh, that's even worse. There's a population boost though. +1 to population. Okay, I'll stick with this. We are getting overall a little bit faster production. So we'll just go and we'll increase that one. We're going to be able to build in around here anyway at some point. So we'll go with the Mother Hive there. It's the only one that, when I hover it over, it's the only one with a +1. So we'll go that way there. It's going to give me, instead of +3, it'll give me +4. So population cap will go up by an extra 1 when that one is actually built. We can rush this if we wanted to as well, like not this turn, but next turn we would be able to, which we might do actually, just so that we've actually got that one done. We should sort of get our development happening fairly quickly. Population wise, we've got only 1 worker. Very, very low intelligence. That's okay. This one's also, these are extremely low intelligence. None of these are all that good. We've got diligence there of 4, 3, 5 is good. And 3 there. Wow. Alright, you can become a worker. So we'll just get that one there as well, just so we can sort of produce things a little bit faster. Just click on done there. So we'll just go back through what we need to do with research. We want to get the colonial policies. Just click on done. 2 months remaining for that one because our research isn't great. We can't do taxation until we actually get the civilization policies. But if we go into here, now we do actually have, oh, terrible. Oh, this one's a 12. That one must be a genius. An ancient cultist once belongs to a cult that worshipped a long-dead alien god. Brilliant, +5 intelligence, and biologist, +20% food when appointed as governor. In this case, it's going to cost me a lot, but he is definitely worth it with his 12 intelligence. So we'll bring him across. The other one with this high diligence will be fine as well. So we'll go with the ministers. Definitely want to have you as a Minister of Technology. You've got 1 more random tech slot. Actually, that should have done that before I chose what I needed. It's already made a fortune and lost it. So this one here, the Ministry of Exploration, requires diligence. He's got good diligence, so he's in there. We won't worry about colonisation at this point. We'll just click on done. So Tim Game saying Gal Civ, Sin, Stellaris, or Master of Orion. It really depends on what you want to be playing. Now, it's so Sins is designed to be played fast. This game is more like a board game, and so is sort of a bit more sedate, I guess, in that sort of sense. The different gaming experiences with what they actually have. Anyway, let's continue on. So where are we? We are in that section. We have this one is going to be great if we can find the Dyson spheres and start to get them and gobble up, because it likes to gobble up white stars. But let's move the this one across to there to start with, and just see what we can find. It's funny, there is an orbit there, but nothing on the orbit. That's weird. Let's move the probe off towards this yellow star. So with the spheres and things like this, they like to actually, what have we got in through here? We've got the citizen that's actually on there is Cassiorn. Yeah, not great. That's okay. So we'll go and I think I'll follow this one in. I think in the yellow stars are more likely to have colonized with worlds, whereas these hot stars are better for building the equipment. So it's nice to have one of them nice and close. The shell back in through this other side. I'll build another nest. So just go and get that one done. I've got two of them now. I'll just quit that one. Right, done. And that's all we need to do this turn. Yeah, we've got 1 month remaining now in colonial policies. That's good. Choose new tech. Asteroid swarming allows us to start building asteroid miners that boost our world's manufacturing. That looks good. Universal translator is something we will have to get at some point, but we won't worry about that one just yet. Let's just go this way. Done. Promethean. Little dead world there. There's something else around the other side through here. Ah, here we go. This is an amazing jungle world. This is ideal for us. Okay, this is a good start. We've got ourselves our good start. So let's go this way. This one also then gobbles up Promethean and Durantium as well, so we get some special resources. Let's have a quick look in through here. There's more Durantium there. Let's just tell this one to go off and survey. That's going to be good. Empty policy slot. So yeah, we now go back into the civilization slots. Endless Feast we saw before was a bit of a no-brainer, so we go and grab that one. That improves our happiness up to 82, which means that we then get better production. And let's now just change our tax rate until we start to see these things tweak. Let's go all the way back. So we've got 13, 12. We've got 12 at that point. That goes back to 11 there. It goes from +1 to +2, +3 and around there. It goes 11. That's 12, 11. At +2, +3 is 11, 11. +4 is, yeah, we're losing a bit too much there. So I'm thinking we go with 12, 11 there with the +2. Let's just do that. I know that this is like a monthly income was 1.82. It's not exactly 2. If I go and go slightly up, it's going to be just a little bit different, I think. 1.94. So you can, even though it's showing the +2, it's not really +2. So it's sort of it's just tweaking things a little bit. So we've got 11.6. So it's like it feels better by doing it that way, but it's not really the case. So anyway, we'll just go that way. We'll just leave it in around there somewhere. It gives us a nice feeling about what we're actually doing with that one. Just go and click on done. We'll end our turn there. We've got an event. Planet report, a blight has affected Das Hive. Okay, so we're going to just do the same one through here. Totalitarianism. Do that one. The other one's coming around. This one should kick back out again. I'll just move across to here with this one. Asteroid swarming. Okay, we'll choose new tech. We've got armed shuttles with 2 free warships. I'll use these for scouting. Done. So with these 2 ships, I'll get them moving off directly, and then we'll do something with them. We'll send one of them. This one's got 11 moves. What's the other one got? Actually, the 11 moves is going to be fairly handy. Let's just first of all see what we can find. And the next one, it's also got 11 moves as well. Okay, there's another world, but nothing there. Okay, new generation. New generation has been born in Das Hive. We do need to get scientists, so I will go and grab that one. Das Hive has now got... Oh, we still should have rushed this. So it's 6 of 9 in through there. This scientist has got intelligence of 6, which is good. So we're getting good research from that particular scientist. That'll be fine. Just click on done. Now we're going to need to get other improvements. +3 food down there. It's going to aid our growth, but we also then have very, very good manufacturing all the way around and through here. Put this artifact to unlock charges that will boost the experience of the selected fleet. Okay, don't need to get that one immediately. This is Xanthium, trade resource. Adjacency, we're not getting the bonus of that one. We do have influence back in through here. We do have some research back in that way as well. I think I'm just going to grab this +1 cerebral chamber and just move it into there. Get the +3. We'll just do that one. Usually it's manufacturing that you do. Maybe I should do that instead. Ah, it's alright. Actually, maybe I will. And +2 there. Yeah, the boost is +3 level to manufacturing and +3 to military. So I want to get as much as possible. I think I'll take that food is a +3 to food. Got a +1 food there. I've got a little bit more manufacturing back up this way. Maybe we put that one in there. Now the bonus per level is just 3%. If I put it in the middle there, I get a boosters all the way around there. I think I'll just do that. I'll just move that into the front. So we'll get that one built first. Okay, that'll do us. So Tenor is saying, I'm losing all hope for 4X games, Daz. Whenever I check out some, I automatically cringe when I reach their DLC section. Think to myself, no, they only 4X game I currently have trust in is Shadow Empire. Well, that's also got DLC coming, by the way. So things are being built for that. I don't know, like it's sort of one of those things, like some games, and I can think a lot of them where, yeah, I agree with you, but I can think of other games where there's a lot of DLC, but they all do different things. And there are games that you don't need the DLC to get enjoyment. So yeah, I don't know. It's sort of it's a hard one. It's a hard one. Anyway, let's continue on. Just end this one here. We'll just keep on sort of rattling through. Military stands ready. Timor 2. We've got that one coming. Got in here. It's dead. Altarians, that's their ship there. Okay, there's nothing in this section at all. So that is a dead world. Alright, we've got the next nest. These are all pretty useless. I think I'll move that one across. We now need to find a world for that. Okay, we need to choose a new tech. This one gives us upgrades to our manufacturing districts. We get the frigate as well. That wouldn't be bad, either one of these. Maybe we'll just go this way, get our manufacturing districts enhanced a little bit. And then back in through here, the heavy drone. DAS Hive. What I wouldn't mind doing is just going off and just seeing what's out in deep space. I'll just tell it to go off and explore. This way, and tell it to explore as well. Oh, hang on, these are asteroid miners. What was I thinking? That's the actual military ships. Asteroid miners need to go back and do their job, which is to mine these. Where's the other asteroid miner? Is that it there? Yes, it is. I thought I just assumed that they were going to be military ships. These are drones, yes they are. Okay, next. Oh, shipyard. I'm going to get myself a constructor now. Cecil's got a different perspective. He says, I prefer the DLC model over live service, and if the game feels complete without DLCs and a full game, then it's a full game in its own right. Do not recommend buying unfinished games. I don't see it that way either, to be honest. I don't mind games that end up changing as they develop and adapt to what people want. We're all different, I guess. Now, this one here, this is a tricky one because we want to gobble up as much territory as we possibly can. There's nothing there. The Altarians will be there anyway. Let's move in this direction. Just see if we can sort of see if there's anything else up this way. We can always come back for these other smaller planets, which will give us a bit of a boost on our home world. Event. We've counted the Altarians. It's not a way to communicate mission. I might as well do that one through there. So we'll have a mission way to communicate, which won't take very long. Yes, we do want to colonize this world. So with the establishment of this colony, we've taken our first steps into the galaxy. Our colonists represent everything which makes our people great. With that, they'll have every chance of thriving in this new alien world. So in this one, we've got a comet has re-entered the solar system of Timo 2. After a 50-year absence, throwing a primitive local species into a frenzy, they apparently worship this regularly returning visitor as a god. The scientists report that this comet is at least partially artificial, a relic apparently left in the Oort cloud by an advanced species. There may be some salvage potential in it, provided, of course, that we're willing to kill a god to get it. Invite the religious to come to the planet and worship the god comet. So we end up with traditionalism increases, trap the comet, this is nihilism, +1 technology, and kill the god, this is nihilism, +1 intimidation. That's sort of going to kill off the approval there for a while. I'll do this one here. So we've got Timur 2. Now this is actually this is not a core world, and we do want to make it a core world because this is actually a good candidate for that. So let's go and we've got money, not a lot, but we've got enough to be able to do what we have to then go and do. So if we go across, we can assign a governor. Assigning a governor to this planet will allow you to manage it directly and build improvements on it. So that's exactly what you want to do through here. So we'll just go across to the governors. So we do actually have recruitable governors back in through this other side. I'm just going to do it a different way. I'm just going to go back into my leaders. So these are the same group. So if we have high diligence, this one here is a good governor candidate. 284 is cheaper as well. Renowned nemesis. Shadows of an old nemesis linger, influencing every diplomatic maneuver and battlefield strategy. So minus 25% trail deal bonus when assigned as diplomat. We won't do that one. Minus 1 wealth when appointed as a governor. So then we've got the focus, so plus 2 diligence. The wealth. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. This one here is a thrall captain. But again, this one's got so much better diligence. I think we just go this way. Also, he's very loyal. Governors. So we're going to Timur 2. Let's sign that one. So that'll be good. Click on done. And so we now have another base in through here, this other side. So Timur 2 we now have to start to build. We've got orbitals. Actually, we haven't looked at orbital improvements that we could have done before. Nothing much we can do there just yet. So we'll look and see what we can build. So we have another mother hive on this particular world. What else do we have on it? We don't have any population boosters. This one's only got 3 population that can actually have. Arnold Spice. Does improve research. I'm thinking in here, these stony plains. I won't rush that. We'll just let it sort of do its own thing for a little while. Just click on done. So it'll take a bit of time for that one to build up, but at least we've got to start. So just go and go to the next ship. That's the border with Altaria. Let's go have a quick look across here. So no industrialization. Alright, we've got space weapons. Universal translator, that's what we need to get. So we'll go and grab that one. That's an amazing world, which is what this one's trying to do. Damn it, I would have liked that one myself. 28. Another tropical world. Don't have any way to destroy this. It's my world. It's my world. They're taking it from me. Nothing we can do about it. I mean, they didn't grab it, but yeah, they'll definitely have it next turn. Okay, we've got a dead world there. An Ascension Crystal, floating in space. Oh, okay, we need to be inside the zone of control, which is there. Okay, it's given us the control there. Got the universal translator. Research districts I think would be good. Space elevators. That's a good one as well. I'll go that way. Yes, these are all being mined. It's not going to quite have what we need there. This one's slightly out from where we are here as well. If I colonize this world, we'll then be able to push out and grab that. Way to communicate. Yep, there we go. So that's good. This is the your flagship locates a hidden cache of precursor artifacts left behind by an ancient civilization. So what do we end up getting through here? +1 Durantium or Going to charge for the artifact, inspire scientists. I think I'll take the inspire. So we'll just put that in. That's now part of our in our vault. So we get, and it's plus 50 research when we want it. So we can sort of do that at any time. There's no point not to do it now. Actually, let's just go and do it. That gets research complete back and through here. Choose new stuff in through this other side. We've got space weapons. That's not bad as well. Xeno manufacturing. Yeah, this is actually not bad as well. Maybe we'll just go Xeno manufacturing actually. We'll just go click on done. So that's good. So this is saying yes, we finally upgrade our space escalators to space elevators. There we go. So we've got that one in through there. The we can't do this one here. It must be inside our zone of control. Yep, so they've now got Kang, which I really would have wanted. That's great as well, but it's a fair way away. Thulium. Can we rush the other ship up? It's a long way away. Go back past this one and just see if there's anything else on the way back to it. A lot of asteroids in around here as well. This would be another good one for us to grab with the Durantium. Really nothing we can do with this ship. Let's put it on standby for now. Choose new tech. So, add a flagship to your fleet. Wouldn't be bad actually. Space Doctrine unlocks frigates. Yeah, we'll come back for this. Grab that one there. And we'll leave that one where that is. Drone. There's an orbit there. It looks like it's thicker this side, but no, it's not. It must be just that one there, I'm guessing. Just move across that way. Nice little spot, that one. That's very, very cool. Wave radio. Choose new tech. Starbase modules. Yeah, this would be good. It provides 2 free constructors, which is exactly what we need. So we'll just go and grab that one. And with another slot available through here. Shipyard stimulus will give us less income. We're sort of struggling with our income at the moment. We end up with extra military, meaning we can build ships faster, export food. Yeah, we don't need that either. None of these really are great. I'll just do that one for now because our income is so poor anyway. Just leave it there. Idle core world. So we've now built the improvements that we actually had through this other side. Got a few other things we can now go and build. We've got the work instruction chamber, so manufacturing improvement. Elevate consuming population diligence by 50%. Effect increases it to levels up. So what do we get? We get diligence of plus 10%, which isn't bad. The harmonious antenna. Hence, in consuming unity by increasing social skills by 50%. That would be good. I mean, we're already at 84%. This is sort of like it's going to affect all of our population, which is like with the hive mind type stuff. Or we come into here and just start to build. We're getting a +5 in through there. Diligence goes up by 50% if I put it there. 40% if I put it there. I'll do the diligence. We'll just throw that one into that slot there. Just click on done. It's going to come in one turn. So we've got the another survey ship, which has just appeared. We'll get that one to also just go off and auto survey. Then we've got the starbase modules. Okay, incoming message from the Mechanized Anarchy. So, leader of the Mechanized Anarchy, Vex Prime, a synthetic entity, exists to bring chaos and destruction upon all who oppose us. Relentless Raiders. Okay, this is actually interesting. So, hope to build a mutually beneficial relationship. We're reasonable and open to new trade deals. Space is probably big enough for both of us. Doesn't really matter what we say here. These are death bots. These were the ones that I had generated once before. So they've come in sort of randomly. They're going to be trying to destroy everyone. This is the Adventure of the World of Groundbreaking Discoveries. That's okay. Let's close that one off. So we've now got Starbase modules. Choose new tech. Entertainers would be good. That one there. Get the range. Let's get the range. This is Promethean. There's no way we're going to get this. There's no hope in hell. Okay, that's the independent there. We'll just move across to the side now. Found a research relic down that way. But we want to gobble up the Durantium. We've only got one Durantium through there. So with these new constructors that we actually have, we've got antimatter there, which would be very, very handy. And there's a good chance there's going to be antimatter on the other side here somewhere. Could be either here or over this way. We're going to be able to get that one. We've got one Durantium there. I'd like to get both of these. That's outside of our fleet range. Oh, it's close-ish though. And if we can settle that place, we're going to be okay. So let's move one of these at least up to the border there. Haven't come across any pirates. This will actually tell us where the antimatter is as well. Let's move this one across. We do have Promethean and Durantium there. If I just zoom out, I can then start to sort of see, I can start to pick where they actually all are. So we've got, you've got two there. Two there. Got thulium there. Antimatter is probably the one that I really want to be getting though. Only one Durantium there, but there may be other stuff. Got an essential crystal there. We've got the research relic down that way as well. Nothing else there that we can see. We will find others. We do get the two there, but I'm thinking I wouldn't mind seeing if we can get two of the antimatter, because this can then be used in weaponry. Bit of a look and see what we can spot around this particular one. Okay, we've now built those. Harmonious antenna. Get a +5 up there. It's got to be worth it. It's got to be worth it. Alright, we'll keep that one there. Yeah, we've got one more and we get another constructor as well. Okay, we'll build. Yeah, I think we'll get another nest. Build that ship. It's only one turn to get that. That seems strange. Freighters, probes. Actually, I could start to trade with the with one of the two factions that we've found. A probe would be extremely useful, actually. Let's do it that way. Then we'll go and grab these worlds. Event. Okay, so lost siphoning resources module. So store the depleted resources module in the vault. And the ability to use this power in the future. Or we sell it for 500, or we'll sell it. We're not seeing anything else this way. Looks like it's not there. May still be down this way. In that case, we'll come across to this side. Subspace scanning, so we've now got extra sensor range and ship range of +1. Choose new tech. Orbital mining. Yeah, all of these things to do with building things up is going to be useful. Although space doctrine, getting the frigates, I mean, we're going to have to start building fairly soon, I think. Allowing us to house more people as well. Get the housing district. That, I think, will be important, so maybe we'll just go that way at this stage. Okay, I keep on building everything we need. Now, we do actually have the research districts. We've got a +2 there. I'll throw that one in there. Okay, so recruitment drive. We should take advantage of the situation while it lasts. Spent a lot of new candidates. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Not fantastic. I think I'll just leave them where they are. Now, in terms of the commanders, we should have looked at this earlier to see if these are worth grabbing. So little is known about this beast's internal organs, since no instruments can penetrate its incredibly dense skin. So this is a frigate-sized creature. It is a flagship style. Increase hit points based on the commander's diligence, and attack based on its resolve. It does have a, yeah, it does do a little bit with that one. Beam attack of 6, armor rating of 24. Conquest is low, hit points are only 8. What about this one? Teeth. So this one's a 638. It's another frigate. 15 of 18, 12 of 18. Kinetic attack. Combined weapon power. I think beam is probably more, like, generally I find it better. Experimental cannons. This one here with the hard hide. That armor rating of 24 is actually very, very good. So we need diligence and resolve. Let's go back to recruitment. That one there is the best. Let's bring one of these out. That's also a flagship. So this will now spawn this particular ship. We'll just click on done. So we now have this creature, which we can now just use as another flagship. So we'll just get it going off and surveying as well. But the that defense is going to be quite handy ultimately. But we can hopefully pick up other upgrades for it. Now, we didn't get to see any of the Megastructures stuff, and I've sort of run out of time, unfortunately. I will be streaming again. I'll probably stream in between. I've got another scheduled stream for the launch date of the Megastructures DLC. So, yeah, there's nothing in there, so we'll just keep this guy coming back up. Let's see if we can get this first. Just see if we can actually make it in here. Oh, here we go. We're close. We are close. Please don't let anyone else get it before us. It's one of these. It's one of the most frustrating things in this game is that often happens, where somebody else will grab your planet from you, which we don't want at all, not even slightly. Another independent. Planetology, that's good. So I think we better start to do these space weapons and defensive studies and things. Let's click on done. Hatcheries would be good for us as well ultimately, so we can start to build our hive ships and like, you know, start to expand. Not really ready for it just yet. That one, I don't think we can get in the middle there and get all three of those. Not quite. If we go there, there's a chance we'll pick this one up. We'll have a look and see if we can get all three. That would be great. What's the bet? There's a colony ship right here. I would always put money on it. No, it's a mini probe. I've been ripped off so often in this game with those sorts of things happening. So we just have to be super careful. All right, let's go through. Now that one requires exotic world colonization, but that's a good one as well. So this is actually in around this this particular star, this purple star. Who the hell is that? Okay, we've got another. I'll just send one of these two out. These are just going to be claiming crappy worlds. So we've got this one does. I'm looking more at the diligence and what they actually have, but these are being boosted. This one's got good intelligence ultimately. We need to boost our population growth. Choose new tech. Defensive studies here. Let's get that one now. There's a little probe. This is from the Tin Stellar Union, which is going to be a pretty bad enemy actually to have. There's 2 antimatter there. Okay. So they're up there in that area. We're going to be sort of right in the very middle of everything here. Anyway, this world is ours. We're going to have to protect it. Ultimately, it's going to be it's going to suffer a bit here. So, in this one, we do want to put another governor in as well. I think straight away. Now we've got a bit of money still. I better, again, what I'll do is I'll just go back to the actual units that we have available. Renowned Nemesis. Vendetta. Distracted. The diligence is terrible. I'm thinking this one here. Double experience when assigned as a commander. Well, no, we need somebody else. -1 wealth. Yeah, we don't want that. Something enhancement is hated by a portion of the population, but does give him extra diligence, intelligence, and resolve. I'll go this way. Get you governor of Bulnos. Alright, so he's in there. Nice world, actually. Nice Terran planet. So, what we'll do is we'll just sort of start the process of just by building up this mother hive. Now, we've got a really good location in here to build this one, so we'll do exactly that, just to get our population cap up very, very high. Just gone done. And at least that's now we've got this location, and we'll just need to build it up a little bit with these other ships and things. So we can now sort of go in wherever we want in here and pick things up. Now, can we get this? Yes, we can. Look at that. We get through all three. We get Illyrium, we get Promethean, and we get Durantium at that location. So we will actually just go and construct a starbase. And this one we want to do a mining starbase. So dedicate starbase to mining nearby strategic resources. So I'll grab those and construct. So this is a first for all three of these. So that's the first Durantium mine, first Promethean mine as well, and the first Illyrium mine. Yes, this is good for beam weapons and things like this. This will be very, very useful to us over time. There we go, the first starbase. A lot of firsts. Now we've got mining drones which we can add in, which will chew up one of our actual modules. So we've got the mining drones in through there, which will give us a plus 0.1. At the moment, it'll double our mining, which I think is worth doing. So we'll definitely go and grab that one. Go and build that. Techopod mining unit. We do need a Techopod hive to be able to build that one as well. That'll give us a 0.2 overall mining as well. But that's actually good. We've got the good start there, so we'll just click on done. So that's our first base there. We should be able to pick up this now as well. Grab those asteroids, and that should be across the whole lot of those ultimately. I'm worried now because we're running out of population. I don't really want to be getting another one of these just yet. Other things we could do would be to produce modules. Just because we're going to be getting a lot of star bases, so let's just go and produce modules in this case. Just go and click on done. And a survey ship, a flagship has discovered an artifact from an unknown lost civilization. Inside we found sophisticated nanites. Command a warship, so preserve the artifact. The potential of commanding an ancient warship could outbalance the power in our favour. So gain a charge for the artifact, a nanite transmitter, or harvest for resources. Let's do this one through here. Now I think that's a double-edged sword one, like when we actually do this one, spawn a cruiser class ship, but I think it attracts a lot of negative, so we want to be ready for it for when we do bring that one in. We just need a few frigates just to be around when we do get it, just so we don't lose it. That'll be important, I think. Then we've got the this nest in through this other side. Now we've got this one gives us 2 production. 1 research. Just press shift, we can sort of then see culture in through there. There's no food as such. That one's wealth. We get a little bit more wealth, only 1 production. I'm sort of aiming for production. We have a bit of a look and see what else we can get around the place. There's really no other planets. And that would be good to get. I would be interested in seeing what is, if there's anything else in around here as well at some point. Why is that a fleet? Got a constructor in there. That's Logan. Let's move that ship off. Got the probe and the small flagship. I'll send the probe off separately. Just happened to start all together, I think. Okay, and yeah, this one here. I'll go this way. And that will just feed into DAS Hive. So we don't, this is not a core world. This is just going to be like an outer colony, which we don't really manage. I love this aspect of the game, actually. I think this is one of the best things that came with this version of the game, was this ability to have like actual governed worlds, like core worlds, and then also just these colony worlds, which feed the production of your main system, which is very cool. Okay, so we'll just end our turn there. Executive orders are available to enact. We sort of, I haven't done these, I haven't bothered with them. We have lost a little bit of control. I don't think there's anything here that we really want to do. I just don't need them. I just don't need these at this stage. So I think I'll just leave that one where that is. But we have run out of time, guys, so I'm going to have to leave it here. And I'll come back. I definitely will be streaming again on launch day, but I'd like to be further along, to be honest. So I'll probably stream in between at some point. I'm not sure when that will be. I'm very busy at the moment. There's a lot on with the lead into Christmas, so I'll have to see when I can actually do it. But I'll certainly put in a schedule for when I do come back. But I will be streaming on launch day as well for it as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So thanks for watching, and I may even just record. I may even just play and record and just sort of try to get something a bit more curated rather than just as a live stream, and just sort of see how that goes. Maybe sort of even just do it as a bit of a recap of a tutorial or something like that as well with the game, because it really is an amazingly good game. And it's a game where, you know, it does have a reasonable amount of complexity, but it's very, very approachable as well. Anyway, I'm going to